What's going on YouTube? Craig here from All Tech Together coming at you with another product review. And today we're going to take a look at another budget gaming keyboard. This time I ordered one from Wish. And this is the PK900 from Wish. So, just so everybody knows, this was purchased by me with my own money. So with that out of the way, let's get into it. Before I get into the review, I just want to tell you why I picked this PK900 keyboard. I have a lot of keyboards. I've looked at some. I've looked at the Red Dragon Kumara, things like that. And I'm always looking for the next greatest budget keyboard. Because a lot of the stuff that Razer, Corsair, and those companies have, is very, very expensive. And if you're somebody looking to just get into computer gaming and you don't have a lot of dispensable cash, some of their offerings just aren't what you're looking for. It's just too much. So when I saw this PK900 on Wish, it had a regular price of I think like $538, and it was down to like 38 bucks. I think it was 524, sorry, and it was down to $38. And I thought to myself, oh my goodness, Craig, $524 down to $34, you'd be crazy not to buy this keyboard. That is like 2-3 times as much as anything like Razer or Corsair or any of the big companies Logitech has. And for that kind of price difference, like almost $500 off, you'd be stupid not to buy one. So I jumped right on a Wish, picked one up, had it sent to me, waited, had it sent to me. I thought, this will be my new daily driver. So that was my thought process kind of before I got the keyboard. So now that I have the keyboard and I've been using it here for a few weeks, here's the keyboard. So just aesthetically speaking here, it's got a nice metal backplate. I think it's aluminum. Okay, the keys, this is a membrane keyboard. This isn't mechanical, and some of the times they say that it gives you like a mechanical feel. It doesn't, but more on the switches here in a little bit. So on the front, it's just metal keys, fairly straightforward. It's got some branding down here, Red Thunder. I'm not sure why it says Red Thunder anywhere on the actual listing on Wish. I couldn't find Red Thunder anywhere. But I think that's just maybe the company that makes it, and the model number is the PK900. Here down here is the wrist rest for gaming. That'll wrist rest for your left hand. And then up here is a cell phone holder, a cell phone mount. Something that you can put your cell phone in, or a tablet, or some sort of media device usually. And it'll hold it so it just easy glances. So that actually isn't a bad idea, this. And I know, Logitech has an ARX dock on some of their keyboards that they use, which, great, no problems there. You know, it's a nice little thing to have. I just have mine usually propped up on my computer desk, but hey, if they have one, great. Flipping this around on the back, at the top we have some feet, so you can get the angle right for you, and then some little rubber feet down below that don't adjust angle, that just sort of keep it from sliding around on your desk or your mouse mat. And then some information here on the back, a little tag that simply says function +1, and then a bunch of Chinese or Japanese that I can't read. I'm sorry, I wish I could, but I cannot. Thus, it's sort of lost on me. And then it says the PK900 is the model number. So with that out of the way, let's get into sort of the RGB aspect of this keyboard. Now, this keyboard doesn't have any software. It's all hardware based, so it's just a function button, and then, you know, follow the instructions, and you can cycle through all of the different RGB sort of settings. And you have the typical fare. You're gonna have the rainbow color and the sort of the scanning from side to side and all that kind of stuff. But it's nothing crazy good. I mean, it shows through decently the way that everything looks. It's not super dull. It's of adequate brightness for $38. So I'm okay with that. But again, the font on the keycaps, I'm not a fan of, but it's nothing that is going to kill me on this keyboard at all. But it's just, it's the typical, I'm going to say like gamer edgy type font. Okay. Now, this is a rubber dome keyboard. This isn't mechanical by any stretch, like I said before. This has to be, you know what, let's just break it down. Here are the things I like about this keyboard. I like the dock up here. That is a great like. That's it. That's all I like about this keyboard. The price of $38, I don't like. I think it's too expensive, and that says a lot for this keyboard. On Wish, there's like a ton of 5-star ratings, and I don't want to discount anybody for this. If you like this, that's great. I don't like this, and so let's break down what I don't like about it, okay? The membrane keys are some of the mushiest, spongiest keys I've ever felt. Now, I'm not a Switch aficionado. I don't care if it's rubber dome or if it's mechanical or if it's blue type or green type or Razer switches. I don't care. But this thing is awful. When I push down, it feels like I'm pushing on a wet sponge. Now, I use a rubber dome keyboard at work every day. And it doesn't feel like, and it's like a cheapo Microsoft one. And it's nowhere near this bad. This thing is awful. The other thing I want to bring your attention to here is down here, this Red Thunder sort of logo down here. Yeah, it looks nice. It's a fine looking logo, but if you ever have the if you ever run your finger across, it's rough. It actually like abraded my skin on my wrist when I was trying to use this. It's very rough. I don't know why they would have ever put a raised, sharp lettering on the wrist pad or the wrist guard or whatever you want to call it, this lower piece down here. That to me just seems ludicrous. The last thing I'm kind of gonna, well, not the last thing, we're only into this for a little bit here. This wrist pad or this wrist rest is plastic. It's cheap plastic, whatever. It does what it's supposed to do if your hands fit this. I'm gonna say on the smaller end of the spectrum for hands. They're not little itty bitty hands, but they're not giant monster hands either. This thing made my wrist hurt within minutes. And I'm talking like carpal tunnel arthritis pain in my wrist within minutes. It was extremely uncomfortable. And then, to top that all off, as I'm playing with this, and I'm using this keyboard, it's not flat. And I'll show you in the B-roll here, this, on my version, it's tilted. So when I push on this right-hand side here, it flexes down when I'm typing. So it's not sitting flat on my desk surface. Now, for $38, I'm not happy about this. For $524, the cut or the regular price, no, that's pardon my French, BS. That this thing was $524. This thing isn't even $38. I mean, the Red Dragon Kumara that I looked at, I don't know, months ago, I still use almost daily. It is one of the best 10 keyless keyboards I've ever used. It's fantastic. It's mechanical. Sure, it's not Cherry MX mechanical, but it's mechanical. And it's just a better all-around feeling than this thing here. So if I were you, I would save your $38. Save up an extra $5. Go on Amazon and buy a Red Dragon product. I don't know. I would try anything else on Wish before I bought this thing. I don't understand how it has such rave reviews of like 5-star reviews on all of Wish. It just doesn't make sense to me how somebody could use this and be okay with it when you're talking about like it tilts and it flexes so much. And doing this to a keyboard is not a normal thing to a keyboard. So I don't normally do this to my keyboards. But this thing feels cheap. It feels light. It feels junky. It's just not worth the money. So hopefully this review helps you. If you're looking at buying one of these, I would advise against it. If you have bought one though, and you like it and it's the greatest keyboard you've ever had, tell me in the comments below what you like about it. What sort of drew you to this product? Because I want to know, because I can't think of it. I'm not here to offend anybody. I'm not here to criticize you about your purchasing decisions. I just want to know, what am I missing something from this keyboard? Is there some sort of like crazy different thing about this keyboard that I have just glossed over? And then, if there is, I will reshoot this video. I'll take this video down, I'll reshoot one, and advise everybody that, I'm an idiot. But with that out of the way, guys, I hope you like this review. And if you have any questions, comments, leave them in the comment section down below. I'd love to hear back from you. And with that, I'll catch you guys in the next one.